Right, today I am sorting these out. I've already started taking the crystals off, apologies. So they're grown out quite a bit actually. And we're going to do an infill, and I'm also going to show you the brand new collection from Madame Glam. Ooh! So I have removed all my previous polish and bits and bobs and tried to file them back a bit, reshape because they were getting a little bit long. That awful thing's happening where my nails are starting to grow too long underneath, so it's getting difficult. I think next time it's going to be a whole removal and new set because they're just growing too much. I don't like it, and also they curl. I've got a really tight C curve. Anyway, the dust is off. I'm going to do a little bit of prep. Now, I do still have some, not very many, but a couple of these tools and a couple of the cuticle nippers left, but you cannot buy them on the website because the website has been changed. We have a brand new website because the business has changed, so you cannot buy the nail products anymore, but if you email me, then if I've got any left in stock, I will sort it out for you. We can get it done via PayPal or something. So you'll have to check out the new website because it's amazing and it's full of gifts. I don't know if you guys, some of you will know, some of you won't. We had a shop, and that led us to stock different products, and people wanted more, and now we are online. So yeah, it's called the Wiltshire Gift Co. I'll put it all in the description, and you can have a check out and have a little look because there's loads of stuff on there, loads of cool stuff. So I'm doing my standard nail prep as I do all the time. Just, push that cuticle back, remove the non-living tissue. I'm using the E-file on a really low setting. It's the Melodysusie 2-in-1 lamp and E-file, and I think I've got it on 10,000 RPM at the moment. This bit came with it and I like it. It's really nice. So how are you all? Have you had a nice Halloween? It's my favourite celebration. I love it. I'm really, really kind of, I get excited. I'm like a kid. It's not the sweets or anything like that. I just love anything spooky. I like anything gothic. I like anything witchy. I love it all. I want it. And then I'm going on with this bit. Now, again, I can't remember what this is called because I don't have the leaflet anymore that came with the set, but I really, really like it. It's really nice and it's very, very gentle. So I use that in my prep. Works for me. You're not going to see a crazy design in this video because, well, do you know what? I've got ideas for designs, but they're things I want to do on like practice tips, because I won't be able to do them on my own hand. I'd be twisting my wrist into all sorts of funny angles. And yeah, my joints, especially my hands, they don't play ball anymore. So I'm keeping it simple on this, but I thought I'd show you the process anyway, because some people will still be getting to grips with using hard gel, infilling nails, applying gel polish. I'm going to show you the one biggest mistake that I used to do and that I've seen in applying gel polish, and how to not do that and how to fix it if you do it. So yeah, I'm just going to get rid of any hangy bits. I'm not going to be cutting the life and soul out of my nail folds. That's not happening. I'm just, if it's left sort of flapping, I'll get it out the way. But I don't want damage, and I certainly don't want nasty infections. You need to protect that seal with your proximal and lateral nail folds so that nothing nasty can get in there. Okay. I'm just going to etch the regrowth area and go back over the nails. There were some areas of lifting, notably on my thumb. It was the sides of the natural nail. So where my nail is growing, it curls under. I've got a really tight C curve. That was pulling itself away from the hard gel. So obviously there was separation there. I had to remove that, had to get it right back so that I can then reseal it. Otherwise, it's going to end up with Pseudomonas, which is the bacteria from damp, and we don't want that. Basically greenies, but you don't want that. It's not ideal. So any areas where my nails have pulled away, I've just filed it right down. It wasn't too bad. I think you've got a bit more flexibility with hard gel than you have with acrylic. I mean, yeah, there wasn't too much lifting. It was just a little bit here and there. So I've done using my non-dominant hand. The gel brush I use is still the gel brush I've been using for ages, which is Lecente's G1. I just get on with it really, really well. So I don't want to change it, you know? Don't see the need. I'm applying the Universal Air Bond, which is kind of like a primer, if you look at the chemicals and stuff. And I'm just going to let that air dry quickly. And then what I'm going to do is go in with barely any gel on my brush, and I'm going to scrub it, as you can see, into the nail. And where I've filed the nail, there's that resistance. It's like a cat's tongue. So it's got that resistance, which means the gel is going to stick to it like sticky Velcro. That will help with the seal. That will help to avoid lifting. So I'm really scrubbing that in on a super thin layer. Then once I've cured that, I'm going to go in and apply another thin layer, but not cure it. And I'm going to grab a bigger bead. So this is just so that my next bead has something to glide along and doesn't get too much resistance. Oh, the gel I'm using, yes, it's by Desire Nails, which is Dorota Politska's brand, and it's called Perfect Rose. I only use this hard gel. I don't use any others. I really like it, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what I say. So I've put my big blob, and I'm keeping contact with my brush at all times because I don't want loads of air bubbles, and I just don't want a pickle. Now, I needed more product at the side. Normally I would concentrate my product down the centre of the nail because the sides have been built. This is an infill, but I had to file the sides right back. So I am concentrating a bit more product along those sides. And when you do that, you've got to be careful, and because it's a moving, flowing product, so it will continue to move until it's cured. So just before I put it in the lamp, I check from all angles. I move like I'm doing now. Slightly out of shot. I move things so that everything's in the position I need it to be in, and then I quickly check it and put it in the lamp. It's like, freeze! Get it in there. And you've got to be careful you don't have your hand on the side while it's curing, because if you have your thumb sideways, because when you lay flat your thumb sort of tilts to the side, that the product will pull over to the side. So you need to position your lamp or get your client to hold the table with their thumb flat inside the lamp so the hand goes underneath. It's the only way I can do it. This is what I used to tell my clients to do. I'm just going in now and checking anything that needs a bit extra, which is the side areas. That's where I filed it right back. So I'm just making sure. Okay, on to the rest of the nails. So same thing again. Obviously I'm going to cut it a little bit so that it's not so lengthy for you, because you'd be bored. But I would like to know, I have a question today. My favourite season, well, there's two actually. I love the autumn, fall season, because it's the end of what's that, it's like new beginnings, so something's ending for something to get ready to begin in spring. And then I like spring because it's new beginnings. They're just my two favourite seasons. I'd like to know what your favourite season is. Let me know in the comments below. You can either do it using emojis, and I'll try and guess, like, you know, the little pictures, I'll try and guess what you're telling me. That would be quite a good game. Or just tell me. But I'm curious to know, are you guys like me, or do you have your own favourite seasons? I would say summer, but mate, it's too sticky. I can't be dealing with it. I like nice weather, but when we don't have air conditioning or a pool, it's not happening. I'm sorry. Not happening. Okay. So I've done the same on this. I've applied my slip layer. I've applied my product. It's going in the lamp. And then I'm just going to build it up. I always put a little slip layer down every time. It's habit. It's not thick either. It's tiny, tiny, tiny. But it just it's easier to work with. Now I've got my apex pretty much, but I just wanted some more product on the nail so I could put it in where I needed it, which was notably on the sides again because my nail was curling. Boo, Oliver. And sorry, that was Oliver sticking his head in the door going boo. Right, that's going in. I'm working on the slip layer for this one now. It looks like I didn't cure the other one, but I did. I just cut the seam because, like, speed prevails. Can you see how I'm keeping contact? Even if it's just a tiny bit, I'm keeping contact. And then if I don't need the product down the end, I just feather it down just to blend. Checking those sides, because that is where I will lift because of my nails. So I do anticipate lifting when my nails get to this length. And I'm just, again, tiny slip layer. Just checking. Adding a little bit more product where I need it, which was my apex. This technique, I call it, and I'm pretty sure most people do, pillowing. That's how I learned it, as pillowing the gel. You're kind of plumping your pillow. There we go. Just checking that from the side. And then it goes in the lamp. And that's what I'm doing. It's quite repetitive, but I mean, I watch this stuff all day long. I mean, I love it. I can just watch people doing nails as to relax. I don't know. Do you do that? Do you watch nails to relax? Though I can't watch certain types of nail prep when I feel like it's too cutty. Like it's too much. I can't cope with it. I'm like, oh no. Even though I love the end result, I can't watch it, but I like watching swatches. I like applying like gel polish. I love watching acrylic being applied. I love watching hard. I love it. There's something about it, and it doesn't need to be designs. I just like watching the product go on. That's how I learn. You know, I qualified, but the courses I did to qualify were 1 day for each. 1 day hard gel, 1 day acrylic. I kid you not. In that day, I went in not knowing how to do nails. I learned how to do nails and then had a quick assessment. So I had to do a lot of learning. Okay, so this is the House of Giving collection from Madame Glam. And I'm going to do a quick, I don't know what you call this, close-up. It's a close-up. I need some Barry White music. So that was Pure Nature. This is Scorpio Season, which is the colour I am using today because it's lovely. Gorgeous, look at that. Then I nearly wore this one as well, Purple Era. I was quite enticed by this colour. Gorge. Then we've got this Caramel Nude Autumn Aura. It's really like a real caramel nude, and I love that. I've got ideas for these simple nail designs coming from this. Milky Way, which is off-white, but gorgeous. And another blue shade, which is Astral Projection. Really, really nice. This is Divine Glam, which is like a chocolate, but it's got almost a hint of red there. It's very pretty. And Astro Pie, which is like pumpkin, let's be honest. Really nice. I'm going to use Scorpio Season, as I said. Now, first of all, I want to show you, I've done my other hand already, top coated as well, so I don't mess it up. I want to show you a common mistake. There's loads of gel on my brush. My hand is not anchored onto anything, right? So straight away I'm flooding different areas because I've got too much product. This is me just trying to apply it with too much product on my brush and not anchoring. I tried to anchor then, look, because I couldn't bear it. But if you see, in these two areas, I've flooded it. It's messed up. And it's a dark shade. And it's really, really hard when you're working with dark shades, blacks, blues, reds, purple, anything dark and deep. That pigment is so intense. So I'm going to show you quickly how I would clean that up. I've got a small detailer acrylic brush, and I've just put some ibuprofen, isopropyl alcohol on it, and I'm going to use it. It's my 3D acrylic brush, but it's just perfect shape, so it's got that pointy. I'll give it a good clean afterwards. And I'm just dampening it. I'm not like soaking it too much because I don't want it to bleed out also. But you've got to do this before you cure it. If you cure it, that's it. Like, it's there. So, let's do the rest of them, and I'll show you. I was trying to get it in shot. It was quite difficult. But I anchor my pinky on my hand or on the client's hand. Always have an anchor point, and then you have complete control. I don't overload my brush, and I don't go right up to the cuticle or sidewalls. I leave a tiny gap, because you can fill that in with a detailer brush. But if you've got a great big brush with loads of product on, you're asking for trouble. Especially if you've not got a steady hand or your client's talking. It's hard enough doing anything with nails. Sorry, I've got a frog in my throat. If your client's talking. With my mum, she wiggles around all the time when I'm doing her nails. There we are. So that is how I apply. And I avoid the big mess ups. Still going to mess up every now and again, but it's just a bit easier. So in with the second coat on that. That's cured for 30 seconds. Second coat, I don't use a detailer brush. I just follow my line. It's so much easier. So much easier. There we go. And then that's cured. So in with the top coat. Beautiful. This top coat is super, super glossy. I will put all the details in the description box, so if you're looking to get some Madam Glam products, you can save money with my discount code. I'll pop it in for you. And then I'm just going to do the same. I'm doing it from a different angle because like I was trying to bend my wrist around to show you. But, oh dear. See, I'm leaving that small gap, and then I'm going in with a detailer brush. I've just got a lot more control, but I make sure my pinky finger is always in contact with the hand. I always have an anchor point. I always have something that means that I'm going to the same place where the hand is. Do you see what I mean? I've got contact point with the brush and I've got contact point with my finger. It really helps you steady. And then I went in again from this angle, but I was sort of out of shot. Sorry about that. Bit annoying. There we go. Back in. And again, same again. Anchoring that pinky on there. So I've got complete control. And that's hard for me because of my dodgy thumb, but I can manage it if I do it like this. So it'll make it easier for you. So much easier. Pinky's hard for me because I've got tiny, tiny nails that are smaller than the brush. So I tend to, the first brush stroke has the most product on it, and then I clean my brush off, and then I use the product that's already on the nail, so that I don't get bubbling and flooding. Okay, in with the second coats on the nails. I'm just showing you a couple there. Into the lamp. Like I said, second coat, I don't need to go right up into those areas, and then in with the nice top coat. Super glossy, this top coat. It's lovely. And it will stay shiny for the entirety of you wearing the nails until you take them off. Yeah, it's lovely. So the House of Giving collection, sorry, is, I believe, a limited edition collection. You'll have to check on their website. I would suggest getting in quick. And I would suggest using the 30% discount code because that's quite a lot of money to save. And here we are. Look at that. Do we love it? I love it. I can't stop looking at them. I will be back in the month with some little designs. So again, that's the entire collection. My discount code is at the top of the screen. I'd love to know which colour you prefer as well. I like them all. I just don't know which ones to wear. So I started with this one. Anyway, I'll see you in my next video. Tally bye!